Kipoerneke's Corner. I'm probably only here for a little while tonight, but I wanted to check in and show you how this is going over here. I am doing Gear Raid 1, and and everything, I think this is stage 19. And I decided to just concentrate on my three main damage dealers and then boost them up, keep them alive, and otherwise just give them as much health as possible, and then just have Rosalie down there in the bottom doing some damage. And and the great part about this is we've gotten down to the boss and his buddy here, and it's like they pretty consistently just healing back up. So I've just kind of been letting them fight it out while I do other things. They are not actually doing much to me at this point, but unfortunately I'm not really doing much to them either. And so the question is there anything that I can do to make this go a little bit better? The only thing I can think of right now is if, say, I take out one of these healers. What we could take out? Maybe take out Leia, for instance. I don't know, Leia's good because she's got the rage regen thing. Maybe we take out Aelin. If I take out Aelin, will that kill my guys? I'm not really sure. I don't think so. I mean, maybe. I'm not sure. I'm not sure that it will. So I can remove her and put Morgan down. And then we can see if Morgan can do enough to matter. Go ahead and give it a try and see what happens. It may mean that my guys die. Who knows? What if I, really don't want to even put her on that set, but I'm going to put her in. She's not exactly the hugest of my damage dealers, honestly, but I've got my volume on. There we go. All right, but anyway, so she's better than the healer as far as damage goes, right? And that's about all I can say for it. Unfortunately, she's not hitting their the extra guy there, which the goal would be to try to kill that extra fellow, and then maybe we could beat down the boss guy, right? But he just keeps healing up, and I think occasionally we'll start making a little bit of progress, but then he's able to get it back up pretty consistently, removing the healer and putting Morgan down. I don't know that it's helped at all. One thing I could do is try to switch where people are. So say that I take up Morgan, I put the Aelin back down and try removing Hollow instead, right? And then we could put Morgan on that side instead. I don't know. Is that a good idea? I mean, at this point, it doesn't matter too terribly much because as things stand, unless we kill that, and I don't know if it'll matter too much anyway, really. But we might could kill the extra guy there. If I put Morgan on that side, he does get down sometimes. Let's give it a go. Try moving her over there. So I'll stick Aelin back down. Just brought her up a little while ago. I'd really rather not pick up Hollow. If I had to choose one, I'd rather pick up Vortex. So I will. I'll wait on Morgan to be deployable, and then I'll try replacing Hollow with Morgan. Not Hollow. I want to try to pick up Vortex. Sorry about that. And replace Vortex with Morgan. We'll see. Pick her up, put her down, and then should be able to be hitting that extra guy there with just slightly more DPS. Will it be enough to matter? I don't know. Hard to say. Unlikely, probably, but maybe. It's getting him down. Is it getting him down enough? I don't know. Maybe over a little bit of time it might. Looks like we are wearing him down a little bit. I don't know. I'm daring to hope that we might get that guy. As for the main guy, I mean, I don't know. Let me see. Putting Rosalina back behind the barrier like that is a very good placement for her in this area because then she continues to push back the front guys. And so you get a bit of an advantage with that. I am going to say this secondary guy over here has not gotten back up to full health, I believe, since I stepped Morgan down. So we are whittling him down, and I think we're going to get him eventually. It just is, it's going to take some time. I just kind of wanted to see if I could do this, gear rid it all. And maybe I could, I don't know, maybe. I don't have a lot of options as far as the utility that I have available, but I could put Laurel in instead of one of the healers, perhaps. One of the healers that doesn't do like rage regen. I could put Dao Chan in instead of the other one and be getting a little bit more DPS out of my people. So those are some possibilities that I've been considering as I've been staring at the eternal fight. But anyway, I thought it was hilarious and wanted to show you guys this ridiculousness right here. My guys are in no danger of dying. I could pick up somebody and put down Cyrene. Cyrene is not likely to do any better really than Isolde, I don't think. I don't think so. Cyrene is not, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe she would. As it stands, like, the big guy keeps going up to 100 again. So that's not really making any progress there whatsoever. The, like I said, the smaller one, he's getting a little lower over time. I think he goes back up, but he never goes back up to full. So we're making a little bit of a dent in it, and I think eventually we'll be able to tell him this way. Yeah, so in the meanwhile, I just thought I would see how long it took to get at least that guy. And if we get that guy down, then I'm curious if we can get the other guy down afterward and how many hours such a thing might take. And maybe just depending on how things crit and whatnot like that. Well, yeah, you see. One thing I do wish is that we could see the percentages of health that the guys are at because sometimes it's difficult to tell on the bar exactly how much they're going up. And we can see the percentage on the big guy, right? But I'm talking about on the little guys because that's what I'm currently watching the health on, not so much the boss, but rather I guess the elite is being looking at. We got all the regular monsters down. It didn't take all that long to get the regular ones down. But yeah, it's been interesting here. I think we're close, maybe, to getting this guy, but then you watch, he's going to heal up too much. I don't know. I feel like it's kind of cycling, and it's cycling a little more down every time. Now, I don't know if, the cool part is if we had Thunkles in here anywhere, right? Then I think Thunkles has anti-healing and could prevent all of this issue that we're seeing right now. But I don't know if Thunkles is tough enough to live this long. I could pull him back and have him in reserve. you know, in the non-deplorables, and then save them for the end when we run into this issue here. It's a possibility, something to consider. And so that could even be a replacement for one of the healers. Just kind of have him, and then I could throw him in instead of his, well, yeah, instead of his soul day right now. I don't know that I could have him out the whole fight when the big swarm comes. His soul day is very useful, but like I said, at this point, probably I could, and then we could definitely get this elite guy. And we got him. We got the elite guy. Fabulous. Now I'm going to give it a few rounds of his Forsaken Totem and all that, and see if 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 anything happens. We are definitely getting him down. After we got that guy, it seems to be pretty consistent. I think he uses the guys around him for the healing. I can't remember for sure, but I think that's correct. And so now that we finally did overcome that great barrier of the elite guy, the boss is going down. So it took a ridiculous amount of time to do this, and obviously it's still not done. But we're going to get Gear Raid 1 Stage 19 in just a minute or two. So, great. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Um, I thought it was pretty silly. But since I'm on anyway, I was planning on trying to get some sleep tonight, which, what a silly idea, right? But I had it in the back of my mind that I would do that. But instead, since I'm here anyway, I'm getting this guy knocked down, I should probably hop in and do a little bit of the Dracula castle, perhaps. I think that I'm on the Lady Mina step of that, I believe is where I'm at. I think we had discussed that last time, but we'll see. So here we are. We got the victory on that. All the crystals, soul shards, whatevs. We got 30 diamonds, 675 XP potions, 5,250 gold, a couple of pieces. Well, actually, just one piece of gear, and then one or five. I can't read either. 5 smoldering scales and 20 brave conquest points. Now let's just look at this for funsies. Stats. Oh, it's incredible. So Adrian did 244,874,000. And Rosalina was right, Rosalia, I keep calling her Rosalina, but she's Rosalia. Rosalia was right there with him at 240,103,000, followed by me, who was way down at 46,405,000. All right. After that, of course, it goes down to a very negligible amount, but that negligible amount was important. Putting Morgan out at that point is what actually made us be able to eventually go back and meet that. So looking at this, probably I could have switched Isolde out with Cyrene. Cyrene was not in a position to do damage for very long, and for her to have done 50 comparatively, right, compared to Isolde. So for her to have done, like a 30th of the damage of what Isolde did during the brief period that she was out. I mean, I think that's pretty good. Also, my math is ridiculous. Okay. Anyway, I shan't worry about it too much. As far as the healing goes, let's check that out. Looks like hollow topped. The healing followed by Vortex, and then Leia, then Aelin, which is kind of interesting. Yeah, I would have, I guess it's because we had all of our guys stacked together very well, and of course AoE heals as opposed to single target heals when we play. But let's see here. Let me go look at them real quick so we can compare. Happy to have finished stage 20, by the way. Let me check and see what's the difference here in what we get. Not a whole lot of difference from one to the next. Basically, it looks like We get just like a couple more sanguine fabric chants, a couple more smoldering scale, a couple more demon soldier void cores, and a couple more of the legendary demon soldier void cores as well. Oh, wait, here we go. We got some more stuff down at the bottom. What are these? I don't even know. Demon Captain Void Cores, Arcanum Crystals, and what is this? It's a random quartz keystone. Okay, so the keystones are for the geared dungeons, which I've done very little of. On this one is a quartz keystone as well. It says level 1 to 2. I'm not sure that there's a whole lot of difference going on. It's all the same stuff. 1 to 3. Okay, so one more, Demon Captain Void Core maximum grab from that. Yeah, I mean, I don't know that we gained a lot in the way of possible gear by doing that, but I'm okay with it. I think it was an interesting endeavor, and we came on top of it, so I'm cool with it. All right, getting out of there, let's go see. We got something over here in the Oracle Trial. It's Forgotten Palace, and it is 3 of these legendary skill crystal shards. Pretty cool. Otherwise, I guess I better check on Arena. We have 15 permits, so that's pretty significant number there. We got Elendar over here from France with 398,471. Let's go ahead and give it a go. I haven't fixed up this team in a minute, I don't think. But auto fight BP is 458,706. Let's give it a go. See what happens. It's not a very particularly optimized team that's going out right now, so I don't know that it's going to do all that well, but we'll see. All right, let's see what Elendar puts out. They've got Gluttony first off. Gluttony has Gnaw. Rips and kills one enemy in range with teeth. If the target is an elite or boss, deals 800% damage instead. After casting the skill, recovers 50% of max health. And you see him take those guys down. And then there's Valara with Wings of Pegasus. Moves to a selected deployable tile within 4 tiles, ending her invisibility. Gains bonus attack range, and each attack deals 260% AoE damage to 10 enemy targets. Additionally, her talent inflicts a stronger slow. Now, they've stuck somebody else down here. It's Talon. Talon has Nature's Resolve. Increases attack by 40% and all damage reduction by 20%. Dispels 1 debuff from the hero every 5 seconds, and when taking direct damage, restores 5% of their max HP for the hero and adjacent allies. She can go on ground tiles or on platform tiles, by the way. So she's got different skills that she can use between those two. So we did, in fact, get slaughtered by Elendar, as I feared we might. That's alright. Stats show Elendar from France, 398,471. Top damage on the board was that girl there. Oh my goodness. I just said her name. Was it Valara? Perhaps it's Valara. And she did 5,458,390 damage, which is pretty cool. Xena was next with 3,942,830, followed by Gluttony. 3,247,380, and then it drops down to Idrin at 2,084,730 damage. We got 3 arena coins and 4 Duel of Champions points for that. Alright. Now, exciting though that was, I think we go out and accept these background rewards. Oh, we didn't finish it because we ran out of stamina, but we did get 9 of them done. So that's 41,580 gold coins, followed by 6,750 XP potions, a little variety of gear, 1 Arcanum crystal, 240 Forgotten Palace trophies, and 240 Brave Conquest points. Alright, cool. It's funny, there's some other things I wanted to do with you guys, and I've just been holding off on, so I guess I'll do more than I intended to tonight. Let's check in with Boru in the Dwarven Association, and he doesn't have anything I'm really excited about. So let's go over to the storyline, because I think you guys are going to be very happy about this. I got up to campaign E5-7 out of E5-13. But I don't think I'm going to do all that tonight. It occurs to me I'm going to get out of there, because I think Odyssey I might be on the next step. Player campaign stage 8-5, H8-5, right? So it's the hard 8-5. And how much stages to complete the quest? Yes, absolutely. That's the plan. So we are on 8-5. Let's go ahead and have a look at this. I'm not too worried about it. I think I'm pretty out-leveled for all this, but we've got Egan's children. They are ranged. We've got Madden Salem farmers, Egan's believers, and Egan's fanatics here. And the only ones who are ranged out of that are the initial ones, which are the Egan's children. Okay. So the recommended BP for this is 274,390. I don't think that's going to be any kind of issue. So I'm just going to leave whatever we have here, which is 797,000. So I'm not too worried about it. And maybe I'm wrong, because, maybe I'm going to get snuck up on in some way I don't predict, and it's just going to be absolutely terrible. But I find that highly unlikely, but we'll see. Let's just... Okay, we can't put anybody in the way there. That's interesting. So, let's put... Oh, there's... Yeah, better put somebody over there, huh? Because didn't even notice that portal up there. Could have gotten killed. I thought he was going to go that way, but he didn't. I had nothing to worry about, as it turned out. But that's okay. Oh, why did I face that direction? What a silly move. Oh, well. Apparently, I'm just doing the whatever dumb move I can think of at the moment. Why not, right? I can't quite get everybody there, but I do want to be sure to get the flyers taken care of when they come out of there. Ideally. We have this. I'll turn on ultimates. And so we have a spare dude there. We've got a lot of ground places we can put people. I guess I'll start doing that. I don't have a lot of ground people in my party, but that's okay. I don't know. I haven't decided. Maybe I want to go and put him over here and just kind of take care of some of these guys. Seems like a good plan, right? Make it go a little bit faster. All right, we got 3 diamonds out of that. We got, 3 soul shards, rather. We got 25 diamonds, 470 HP points, potions. Boy, can't speak. 630 gold coins. Stats. Let's do damage dealt. Yes, okay. 1,311,610 for arrogance, followed by 920,866 for Cetron. So it's the top couple there. Complete this, and that ought to move us up in the Odyssey game. Alright, let's click this, and it'll bring us over here, and we claim these 10 legendary skill crystal shards. That moves us on to this. Clear stage 14 in Gear Road 3. Well, we have that already, so we'll go ahead and claim it. We get 5 gear recasting hammer shards, then obtain 2 million gold. That's just going to have to be something that happens over time. 6 more steps away from claiming milestone rewards, it says. Well, that's interesting. What are the milestones? Oh, that was in it. Okay, we had looked at him before, the Egyptian... I want to say the Egyptian god there. Let's see here. We've got Maureen over here with some golden birch saps, 30 buttercream mushrooms, and 30 jumbo spinach. That's always handy. Let's now go to the shards, because we can put together a gear recasting hammer. Let's go ahead and do it. And then what? Then I think... Okay. I think now I'm going to go into Dracula's castle real quick. Again, I don't want to spend a long time on this right now because it's 1:30 in the morning and I was intending to get some sleep, but we'll spend a little bit of time. Honorable Mr. Dracula, your servants have found 4 repair items for you. They can be used to repair resource points. You can carry a maximum of 6 repair items. Well, we already had 6, so that did nothing for us. We've also collected whatever that was. It does us no good, I think, at this point to collect anything because we are level 50. I think that I've done everything. Yes, I've done everything leading up to here. So I think this is the next one. It says Lady Mina, and a mage with immense power. Defeat her to face Count Dracula. Alright, sounds great. Let's get out of here and go have a look at this. Every strike you throw is mirrored and deformed. Every scream is your own. This is not battle, this is penance. Face her or be consumed. Nocturne Nina has appeared. Use a balanced lineup to defeat her. Well, I don't know that I have a balanced lineup that I have chosen to fight her. I suppose I can go and look and see what kinds of things there are available in the parlor right now. Let's refresh. Oh, hey, we can upgrade. Let's do that first. Upgrade the parlor. Sure. Okay. Upgraded that. I could get another of these folks here. This is, cannot think of the name of this person. Edith? Maybe it's Edith. I think somebody told me it's Edith. But we're gonna try to just refresh. Well, okay. You know, I could get her. Maybe I should. Maybe we go ahead and do it. We get her a little bit cheaper because we already have one. So ours is level 30. That's significantly lower. Let's just get her. Alright, grabbed her, then we're gonna refresh. This guy, I think... Okay, he's a healer. I think I may already have him too. I do. I can't remember what it is about him. She can't check the stats of these guys from here. To go into the gallery to do so. It's a shame. So I don't recall right now what he does. Maybe I'll figure it out. Maybe not. Who knows? Who's this? I have no idea who this person is. Let's grab her. Whoever she is with all the things in her hair here. Let's have a look. Oh my goodness, I could have clicked on it right there in this window. I'm ridiculous human. Alright, Necrostorm Assault is her ultimate. Strikes enemies in range with lightning 3 times, inflicting 140% AoE damage and slow on up to 10 enemies each time. Slow decreases their movement speed by 25%. What else does she have here? We've got magic attack, and it has okay, it's not a great range. Deals 70% AoE damage on up to 3 enemies in range. Alright, so she's an AoE girl. We've got the Killer Crows. When the effect of Necrostorm Assault ends, enhances every Storm Crow on the field summoned by the hero. Now, when did we summon Storm Crows? Did we summon Storm Crows? I don't know. When did we do this? Increasing its attack by 20% and allowing it to inflict slow with each attack. The effect lasts for up to 10 seconds. It says the Storm Crows follow the target and attack 1 time every 4 seconds after reaching the target. Each strike deals 70% AoE damage to nearby enemies. Up to 5 Storm Crows can exist simultaneously, and each can last for 15 seconds. The duration won't reduce when there are no enemies on the battlefield. Well, cool though that is, I guess, does this create the crows? I don't know. I mean, I guess that's what we're doing here. We're creating the crows, and then when it ends, it enhances the crows? Maybe. I'm not sure how I feel about this whole crow situation. Feast for Crows. When a storm crow disappears, increases the hero's damage by 3%, lasting for 9 seconds. This effect can be stacked up to 5 times. I guess we go ahead and get it. I don't love it, but I'm gonna grab her anyway. Whoever she is, we have her now. And then we'll refresh this. Now there's Mari. Do I want Mari? Do I have Mari? I have Mari at level 20. Let's go ahead and grab her. Why not? Alright, so now we have some people. More than we did. Mostly we've done some upgrades. We did get the one crow girl, whoever she is. So let's go ahead and claim whatever this is, and then come on into here and have a look at this. This is the map that we're looking at. We can't see where any melee platforms are, so we don't know. But we have a lot of the raised platforms on this level. If we assume that the lighter gray areas are where we can put our melee units, I mean, that might be a decent assumption. Let's check out Nocturnina. She's a ranged boss, uses magic, so I guess she can melt plate guys pretty well. She has Scrying Mirror, summons a blood mirror that spawns enhanced monsters with increased movement and attack speed. Charm reduces damage dealt by heroes within 2 tiles and increases damage dealt by monsters within 2 tiles. She has Hall of Mirrors. Lady Mina becomes invincible, summoning multiple mirrors to absorb lunar essence. What does that mean? We don't know. Destroying all mirrors interrupts her skill and inflicts fatigue on her for a period of time. So we definitely want to destroy her mirrors. If the charge completes, she deals AoE damage 1 time to all heroes and inflicts fatigue on them. Okay, what is fatigue? We don't know. We don't see it. It sounds like maybe they're going to be going slower and doing less damage, but that's just a complete guess based on the name fatigue. Not sure. Unholy Bond. Lady Mina periodically summons blood power, restoring a certain percentage of HP to all enemies on the battlefield. Yeah, we hate that a lot, right? Once radiant, now wreathed in shadow. She reaches for you still. Her touch is rooted. Then we have the Knight's Paramour. They're the ones who heal as they attack. And if they're not being blocked, they have 60% dodge. And so they're fairly gross. Her gaze offers endless pleasure, even as she gnaws on her still beating heart. Then we have the Knight's Brides. Now, these are... Okay, so we've got light armor, common armor, light armor. And the only ranged one is this one right now, Lady Mina herself. Okay, so she can taunt, while not blocked, gains 80% dodge, and she deals true damage. All of these things are very anti-shield guys, right? But they also, they do gross, terrible things, like this Blood Pierce, targets the enemy in front, dealing true damage equal to a certain percentage of their HP. And moderate damage to adjacent heroes. Restores HP of monsters in range, right? Kind of gross. Then we've got the Scarlet Cutter. Most of these guys are healing and as they attack. And maybe all of them heal as they attack. I don't guess she does. She heals, but not necessarily as she attacks. I guess all the rest of them heal as they attack. So that's interesting, right? Alright, let's look and engage in battle. That's terrible right there. 70,547. Absolutely gross. We have a lot more spots that we can fill, which is nice. So let's just fill them with these for now, and then look. Alright. So my brain is a little dead, but I've got 2 healers here. They were primarily wearing light armor. And we've got a couple of physical damage dealers here. Not even including Van Helsing. I don't know that the mage girl here is going to do that well. I didn't love her as it was. So they're going to be hitting pretty hard. Let's look. What do we have in the way of melee units going on here at all? Alright, so that's our melee units. We got our healers, we got our mages, and then we have our ranged. It's not great, honestly. But it might be close to the best that I have. I do have Mari. Alright, let's just, this looks terrible. We're about 10,000 lower than the suggested BP, which that's not too bad. And it's doable if I can use my brain a little bit better, but I'm trying to remember what the deal is with this dude, the lizard guy, the lizard healer. I feel like he's better than he seems to be. It's Farsi. That's his name, right? Farsi. And then Cade has some fanciness to him. I wonder what it is. I think his name's Cade. The little zombie fellow in the military suit. It reminds me of I don't know, he reminds me of like a super soldier, like an undead super soldier, that guy. I know nothing whatsoever other than what I read to you about Raven Girl. I think it's Raven's anyway that she's releasing. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting. Let's just give it a random go and do probably terribly at it the first time, but we'll kind of get an idea of how this works. Traced your name in smoke, yet it vanished before dawn. Alright, I didn't pay attention to what's happening because I was reading this. I'll walk through our menus and they look for me. Okay, what do we have here? We've got somebody coming along to us. Let's throw him out. And then let's throw out a healer of some kind, probably. That seems smart. How about Hollow back over here? And then how's about some damage getting right in? Seems like a good idea too. We've got Farsi here. Maybe we can make use of Farsi. Draylen is very good. Draylen is we already lose something. So, there's another thing over there. Yeah, alright, that makes a lot of sense. Alright, so we've got a whole other area over here that I didn't even actually notice at first. That's fine. We'll put Draylen down here, and then we'll give Draylen, maybe we'll give Draylen a healer. No, we won't give Draylen a healer because we just did both of the. Okay, let's restart this. Fools we are. Alright, so try this again this time with gusto. Let's throw down the Baron here. That seems like a fine start. I kind of like throwing Hollow here, like so. I'm also interested in putting Vlad behind Baron, because Vlad does good damage, and behind Baron is a grand place for him to be. Let's throw on the ultimates. We have Draylen, who does some self-heal and heal in general. So let's put him down here. And I do want to stick a healer with him. So Farsi it is, because that's what we've got. We'll just stick Farsi just like so. Farsi? Said Farsi before. I meant Farsi both times. Now, there's a mirror. Mirrors are bad. We want to kill the mirrors. I think, if we can. Can we kill the mirrors and how? I don't know. We're moving it forward. What if I put Volker there? Will she immediately die? Probably. Maybe. Likely as not. She does some things to the stuff in front of her, so something to keep in mind there. Better stick somebody out to try to save my folks over here. It's not great. Not looking good. But, okay, that was Baron who just went down. I don't know. We decided really. I guess I stick her down as a blocker so that blood doesn't get hit. Now, he lost everybody down at the bottom, unfortunately. So should have stuck it down there. All right. We'll try that again. All right. What do we have for stats? All right. Vlad is doing the most, followed by Draylen, interestingly. So Vlad, Draylen, Lucius, as far as damage goes. That's interesting. Okay. Let us challenge again and have a look. Okay. Definitely people are getting slaughtered, but either more heals, more DPS will satisfy their situation. So, okay. Let's go Baron again here. I think that was okay. As okay as it's going to get. Oh, you know what? What if? Okay, what if we restart this? And we don't put Baron there. What if we put Baron here? And then follow here, maybe. And then there is Draylen down here. Let's put Draylen here. And then the other healer, Percy. If I can get him out, you can put him here. Okay. And then we're covering both the healers, or both of the not healers, both of the tanks with both of the healers, right? Let's see if we can get I don't know, get blood down here. Perhaps. We've got a mirror. With all of its nastiness coming at us. Alright. We've got a little bit of room on the other side. So we can put this one facing uh-oh. Okay. That looks worse at the bottom, so maybe we stick him where? I think we stick Lucius here, facing up. Oh, and then the other one immediately starts dying. That's a terrible, terrible thing there. Alright. So then, facing down here. Ah, what a shame. Lost a guy already. Okay. Oh, that was the wrong spot. I thought. Oh no. Well, no, nothing. I can't do it. I misclicked. I needed to click the defender and stick her down. I don't think it would have mattered. What a shame. What a shame. Let's get stats on that. The premise may have been okay. The reality of it was not. So we got this dude here, Van Helsing, did by far the most damage of anybody on the board. Vlad was not in a position to hit anybody where I put him. It was a terrible idea to put him there. It was actually a waste. Okay, let's see. Let's try it again. All right, we're kind of going to do a very similar thing this time. I'm going to put, okay, I kind of like to Baron up here. And then Draylen down here. And then you've got the combination of healers. Oops, if I can, clicking, and that's so hard for me. That one, and let's see if I can get the other one out before Coral Baron is dead. I don't know, maybe not. Did manage it. Okay, so we need to get the other guy out, Van Helsing, right? Because he is top DPS that we have. So let's throw him out in the safe area where he doesn't need to be healed. And then And then, who else? I think we put him back here. Definitely have to kill those guys a little bit faster if we want to do any good in that regard. So how's about stick her here facing down? Yeah, no good. No good at all. Good enough to stop them, but not for long, and I don't have the ability to recover from that. Okay. So, no good there. All right. Okay. Challenge again. Let's see. Could try throwing a third healer. Crazy to need a third healer, but maybe that's what I need. I should have checked to see who is the least important that I've been throwing out. The soldier. Okay, you know what? I've never tried Raven Girl. Let's just remove her for now. Throw in the third healer. It's kind of silly, but I'm gonna try it, and we're gonna see what it looks like. It's terrible. It's terrible. No big deal. Um, but we'll see. All right, so maybe I can click buttons better and actually turn this off so I can respond a little faster because I'm just slow. Now, Baron went down too fast, so we've got to throw out his healer now. And then we can put out Draylen at the bottom again. I think that was not a bad idea. So we'll do Draylen and we'll do Farsi. Yes. I think that Butterfly Girl, Tallulah, her name is not as good. She's just not as high level as the others. So that's an issue. Let's turn the ultimates on because I completely forgot to. And so we'll throw out Percy next. And then I'm going to try, I think, to just get to Lula next. And I don't know what her range is, but I think she has a pretty wide range. I think it's the Cetrum range, I believe. So, plan is throw her out. Yes, where she can hit both of them as well. I don't know if that's going to be good enough or not, but let's give it a go. I do want to check this guy. I think he's got something. Okay, inflicts vulnerability versus magic damage, it says. But then I can't see the rest because they pulled me off that screen. Causing all heroes to prioritize attacking them when any mark is active, causes HP drain equal to 10% of current HP to hero per second. Okay. Let's try that then. I think, yeah, down here first. And then we'll see how that goes. I don't know. Hard to say. Certainly, Draylen needed a little bit of help. Looks like this fellow also needs a little help, Baron. So let's put Lucius down there. Try to help out a little bit with that DPS. If this other group gets over there before they can kill that first guy, it's pretty much game over for them. Okay. I could put her out. I think I'm going to try to wait and get one Helsing on. Now, somebody just died, though. That's too bad. Okay, so now we have to throw out that guy and use her Edith instead. Can Edith live very long? I don't know that she can, but not long enough. And it doesn't matter because they're just going by as if my folks aren't there and there's no healer back here. So while they can delay the inevitable down there at the top, we're getting overrun. So no good, doesn't work. All right. So, wonder what can I do? Let's see the stats here. We've got Draylen topping the DPS, interestingly. It's because I didn't get Van Helsing out. The dude, Cade, was not as helpful as I had wanted him to be. So, let's take him back out. I should have checked more numbers. Man, I'm always beating myself up for that. Okay, so What can we do? It's not pretty, I can say that. Part of the issue is that Kate is not fully leveled up. He's level 40. That's obviously too low. A lot of these folks are not leveled up. Maybe I should trade out some of the lower level individuals for some higher level ones. I'm ending up so far not using Volca. So let's put this new girl who's maxed out in instead. Lucius is very low level. I didn't actually realize how low he was. Okay. Maybe we'll do a little switcheroo here. And then what? Who does better? Probably Cade is better than Lucius. And then at the very least, yeah, I don't know. It's not great. Not great. I'm going to go ahead and try him again. Okay, let's see. At least now I won't be tempted to use people who are level 30. Brought a knife to a gunfight, you know what I'm saying? Alright. Now we'll go with Graylin. Once we finally get enough stuff here. Okay, then I'm going to put out Percy next. And then I do think I'll put out Tallulah again. And ultimates, those matter. Alright, so Tallulah is the butterfly girl. We're going to use her next. Now, where do I go from here? Really not certain. But I can try using Mari. And I think maybe if I use Mari, I want to do that at the bottom, I think. Mari down here, I don't love it. Really, I don't, but it'll be something. We'll see. And then I think that Talon is max level, so let's choose Talon. I can't remember exactly what Butterfly Girl does, but I think that there's something she I don't know, gives inspiration or something like that. She does something good with her butterflies beyond just this is just too bad. Not gonna work out, I'm afraid. It's that's the 3 about to go in right now, so it just didn't get there. I mean, okay, not him. I would have to do him. Just block. It won't even matter. It's done deal, honestly. Couldn't do it. Yeah, no good. No good. Alright, now, who's at the bottom? So that's the question. I mean, of the ones that it got out. Okay, so obviously, you know, things like Edith, who just came out, isn't going to be doing anything. She was only there for a brief period. So was Rod, who was an outlaw. Looks like Draylen was at the bottom of the ones who had been out very long. Followed by Taven, who's the last real one that I put out. She would have done better if I'd put her out sooner. Mari, of course, is more utility than damage. And even so, she outdid. This is rough. This is rough. Those numbers are definitely not great. I could try to get Van Helsing out instead of putting basically any of the others out and just let us try to get, let's try it. I don't think it'll matter, but we'll try it. Let's see, who did I put in instead of, I don't know. Let's just go again. Go again. All right. Try Baron again. Follow. And then Percy next. I mean, it's kind of going okay up until it isn't. And then I think we get Dracula out. So otherwise we won't have time. Let's get the ultimates going. So there's Draylon. Now, could I survive if I didn't put the healer Tallulah out next? I waited and try to get Van Helsing out. Will my guys live long enough to do that? I'm not sure, but if they will. Let's see. Go there, get multiple groups that way. And then Tallulah is not going to be in as good of a location in some ways. But we have Van Helsing where he's in a better location. And Tallulah is, I don't know if she's necessary or not for this. It's kind of hard to say. She can't quite hit up to Baron if I put her here. I don't know if it's necessary for her to or not, and I don't know if I put her at the top and went down, that might be better. But then we would miss out on putting a DPS up there. I don't know. It's tough. Well, okay. If we could get some good DPS, then we might be okay to do that. So let's just go here and try to protect. Oh, I should have put him at the top. Or at the top. If we were going the DPS route, that would have been really good. What a shame. What a shame. Alright. There was that. Oh wait, that was Draylen going down actually. I assumed it was Baron, but it wasn't. Baron's got another hit or two left, it looks like. I can throw. Okay, which one do I want to do? Do I want to throw Mari? Or do I want to try to get Tallulah? I think I try to get Tallulah. And I better put her down here at this point because she's otherwise, Talon isn't going to work. Now, what can I do for Baron? I can throw Mari up there, or I can throw some DPS up there. None of it's going to go especially well. I'll try this guy, Cade. I think he did terribly last time. So what if I don't put Cade there? What if I put... Yeah, there's no real point in putting there. I think we'll just put Mari here. What is that thing? I don't know. Is that one of the mirrors there? I really kind of can't tell. It is. So, okay. The mirrors are all over the place, which is very, very bad. Where's Idril when you need her, right? Okay, so we lost some folks there. Who was it? There was a healer down, I think. No, not a healer. Yes, a healer. And where was that? Okay, let's wait. That was bearing down. So let's throw him there. And then Edith next. It's a shame. We can put Dracula here. Block one of them for a second. Yeah. It's a close one over there. Not too bad. Unfortunately, we're gonna have too many going through, I think, probably. Nothing I can really do up there. So how many more do I have? I don't know. We'll see. I'm just gonna try to kill these because I don't think it would matter up there. We got two more, so dunno. We shall see. We got Mario over here. Let's throw her out. Ah, that was a shame. Big explosion. But finally got her bat. Hollow, that is. Bit of a pile up going there on Talon. But it's looking okay, really, all things considered. We've got the Helsing coming up here pretty soon. And yeah, I can put Van Helsing there, or I can put Van Helsing here. I think here is better and face down. Oof. Getting just eaten the heck there. Sure, why not? Alright, getting close here. 18, 17, 16, going down on the percentage. This Hall of Mirrors is a painful thing. It's an interesting fight. Like they just keep on pulling off these mirrors, and you gotta kill the mirrors, and there's all these nasty, nasty things going on. Have hollow back. What shall I do with her? Let's put her back here. Alright. She wasn't out there long. Okay. Let's give it a second. And then put him facing down. kind of got these defenders I'm just keeping in reserve so that if Talon does go down, I'll just replace it. But as luck would have it, Talon did not go down. So we got 5,000 sanguine essences for that. And stats show that Van Helsing did in fact do by far the most, or not by far, but significantly like him and that Raven chick, and then Talon uh, just just were incredibly more damage than anyone else on the board by um, I think that Cade has some advantages in that he decreases the resistances to magic, I believe. And so having him there wasn't the worst plan ever, especially because we had the Raven girl who was doing quite a bit of magical damage. So I suppose she wouldn't have done quite as much if we hadn't had him, probably. But anyway, that's the situation here as I see it. Talon did great at moving the attackers off. Look at that. She took 143,534 damage. Next was, of course, Farron. And of course, Farron has the shield and all that stuff going on. And a little bit of AoE explosions. And yet, Talon, look at that. She did all that damage plus all that damage taking during the time that she was there. So that was definitely a good chunk. She also healed a little bit. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. As far as the healers go, so that you guys can see, Percy did 152,106. Shockingly, Tallulah did 106,446, which is crazy. I mean, she's second highest on the healing, and even though she was lower level than they were. So, pretty cool. Draylen does very well at healing as far as, she's a defender who also heals, does a little bit of DPS, and it stays alive pretty well. So I think she's pretty decent for a defender. I think so. Okay, pretty cool. All right, let's complete that and see where we're at. Lady Mina says, "You once promised me the dawn. Where did it go?" Vlad says, "The darkness coils tighter, filling my hollow world." Mina says, "Sleep now, Vlad. Let the world forget what love cost us." Lady Mina's monologue, a piece of paper dropped by Lady Mina, recording her story. Okay, cool. Let's go check out her story. In the illusion, Lady Mina was bound to the fate of two men who were, in truth, one. The world called one Vlad Dracula, savior of his people, the other Count Dracula, the curse that would consume them. Lady Mina alone perceived no division between the names. What others saw as a transformation, she understood as a revelation. The illusion granted her glimpses of both, the hero whose warmth once stirred her mortal heart, and the eternal shadow his hunger for power had birthed. Each kindness carried the echo of cruelty yet to come. Each vow to save the people drew the world nearer to ruin. To love one was to summon the other. She carried a silver lamp to steady her mind and suppress the thirst that plagued her. Yet the lamp's light could not separate promise from price. When she looked upon Vlad, she saw the shape of the monster waiting behind his eyes, and when she feared Dracula, she mourned the man who still breathed beneath that darkness. When her memories of the waking world returned, Lady Mina learned the truth of their existence. She and he were remnants of an older sin, guardians of a seal that could not be broken. She pleaded with Vlad Dracula to remain bound. He chose freedom. And so, out of love and terror, both, she sealed the man she adored, binding hero and monster alike in eternal sleep. And we got 200 family artifacts. The Book of Joy says, so edgy, right? Alright, cool. Now, we'll go back out of here. And we go to territory, and it shows us that we have a little bit to collect, so let's collect it. Now, come over here, and what is this? The dream shatters, the masquerade dies. To wake is to remember, Vlad Dracula. To remember is to become. The Dark Prince has appeared. Use a balanced lineup to defeat him. Man, I don't know about all of that. 2:16 in the morning and all. Alright, we got 2 portals to protect over here. We've got tons of platforms, plenty of melee places, it looks like, and 4 oncoming portals. Do I want to try the same kind of thing? Possibly. I mean, you know, I barely got through that last one. I'm not sure how this is going to go. The Dark Prince has been Pyrrhic Touch. Count Dracula continuously deals damage to all heroes on the field and restores a certain amount of HP per second. Yeah, man. Blood Sacrifice. Count Dracula performs a blood sacrifice, dealing high damage one time to all heroes on the battlefield and restoring 50% max HP to all enemies. That's great. He's immune to all crowd control effects except slow. You've awakened the night. Now you must reap what you sowed. Alright, cool. Then we have Lord of Night over here with that. Now, mind you, this guy was ranged in magic and boss, right? So this guy's ranged just for boss. Mark of Defilement summons a blood shadow that deals damage continuously to adjacent enemies. Blood Moon transforms into an unblockable moonlight form, getting massive physical damage reduction and magic damage reduction and becoming unblockable. This effect cannot be dispelled. Well, that's terrible. Finale deals physical damage 40 times to random heroes within 2.5 tiles over a short period. Phenomenal. Scarlet Feast deals medium magic damage to all heroes on the battlefield one time and restores a certain amount of HP to the caster. Control immunity. He's immune to all crowd control effects except slow. Darkness drapes him like a cloak. Each motion a promise of blood. Is both shadow and hunt. Is hunt? Okay. Okay. Tomatoes, you know? That's the hunt in question, I'm sure. It's hunts tomatoes, he's the hunt. Makes sense. Tomato sauce is red. Blood is red. I'm with it. Alright, we got Knights Paramours and Knights Brides, Scarlet Cutters, and Scarlet Casters in there. Alright, I don't know, guys. We'll give it a go. I don't expect to do very well, and probably I'm going to call it a night, but we'll try it. Engage in battle. I think we'll just keep pretty much the same lineup. It's probably not going to go very well. Okay, let's try. One of them is unblockable. That seems very, very bad. Okay, we've got some guys just sitting there right out the gate. We've got a couple of areas that we need to protect down here. Okay, I don't know how long those timers are going to go. So first, I'm going to kind of set up a defensive unit over here. You gotta come this way. Well, that's weird. I must have turned him facing the wrong way. It doesn't matter too much. It's just kind of strange. So we've got him out. And then I want to get this one out. Edith. I don't love her being here, but that's what I'm going to do anyway. And you know, honestly, I should have gone a different direction with that. But we'll see. Let's try to set up a group that makes some sense. I think I can. Well, it's not grand. It's not grand. Let's turn on ultimates. Let's put out hollow here. Try that. Already getting a little bit of a pile up on these folks down here. That's a shame. Yeah, not great. Oh well. And then we've got a big bad one coming at us from that direction. There's all the AoE damage over time that's going off. I should have probably put Tallulah out sooner, but that's okay. It was just a first attempt anyway. It's not surprising that it went so poorly. All right, let's see. Do I want to try it again right now? Don't know that I do. I should probably go to bed. I should, on the one hand, like I would like to try it again. Did get him down to 70% by surviving for a little while, but I don't know that it would be. I could try it one more time just to see how it works if I put out Tallulah first, because she did do the best last time at the healing. So kind of do the same sort of thing, I think, even though it didn't work very well. The difference being that I want to get Tallulah out. Whether that helps or not, I would like to get her out first, as healers go. Turn on the ultimates. And I probably should have gotten her out before this guy got there, but that's alright. Maybe here, or you know what? Maybe not. Maybe here. And then I don't know who did better after that, whether it was Hollow next or Percy next, but we'll just give it a go and see what happens. How long can we stay alive this time? Not very long, I would say. It's going poorly overall. Now, Van Helsing makes sense to go out next if I have time to get him out. We've got to lose somebody there, though. That's Baron going down. So, we gotta replace him with whoever's really didn't last very long. No good whatsoever. We'll lose both of those, and then we got another one going down. Yeah, no good. Did not. It was actually worse in some ways. So, interesting. All right. So let's look at the stats here. So, okay. Draylen did the most damage and also took the most damage, and also healed, actually. Healed for almost more than anyone healed for. That's insane. So, Tallulah barely beat Draylen in healing. Hollow did not, of course, everyone came out behind Tallulah this time, but still, I think that Tallulah is pretty decent on healing. All right, well, I've got to call it tonight because it is 2:25 in the morning. I really hopes to go to bed at start getting ready for bed at least at 1-ish. But that is not what happened. I wonder though, let's go check the parlor because it occurs to me that I can do the refresh thing and use 100 coins to refresh the mercenaries. Not really loving those options. Could get this troll-looking fella here, potentially. Increases block by 2 and defense by 70%. This effect lasts 15 seconds. Block by 2 is nice. Physical damage 100%. Okay, Braveheart. Once HP drops below 30% immediately enters a state of anger. Following it up to 10 enemies ahead and inflicting attack reduction on them. Next 5 basic attacks strike up to 10 enemy targets ahead, dealing 150% AoE damage. and inflicting stun. The ultimate is not usable in this state. This effect can only be triggered one time per deployment. Yeah, well, based on the number of adjacent allies, increases physical damage reduction and damage dealt. That could be fun. The effect reaches a maximum of 12% when there are 3 allies in range. So 3 allies, maxes out. Northgard and gear rating artifact raid during the ultimate increases. That's useless to me. Alright, let's go ahead and grab him anyway. Why not? He's not maybe what I want, but maybe he's what I take. And then, if I refresh, it costs 150 this time. Let's do it. No? It's not the crew I was hoping for. Do it one more time, maybe. Oh, Idril. Oh, that's nice. I will take Idril. Yeah, let's do that. There's also Lightlock, who is, max level. That could be a good replacement for one of my healers who may not be max level. Maybe. 850 to hire him. Yeah, I'll take him. Alright. Good enough. I'm not gonna try it again tonight. Don't get too excited. But maybe tomorrow, maybe. Tomorrow is Sunday. It's hard to say what I'll be doing on Sunday, so I can't make any promises. I will go ahead and collect this wood and stone and all that stuff. So why not, right? Okay. Then I'm going to leave this and see what we've got out here at the moment. Blood's Legacy. We've got all kinds of stuff going on here. Alright, so Blood's Legacy has a report for us. Exploration. Defeat Lady Mina in Transylvania, and we get 100 family artifacts, which is nice. See, there's still a lot left to do in this, so that's something to consider. Over here, we have 4 rare summoning crystals, so that's always a pleasant thing to add to our look for. Alright. All good there. Now, over on Beirut's Dwarven Association, we've got some things to get. We've got some rare summoning crystals for 70 diamonds. I like that every day of the week. We also have a huge stamina potion for 20 of those guild coins, which seems like a fine thing to grab. Nothing else particularly exciting at the moment, so I'll get out of there. And let's see here. I guess I can pick up whatever's in the mine. We have 5,250 coins, 4,200 XP potions, 17 stamina, 2 diamonds, and 7 mithril in there. Grab all that. And then, let's see. I do have a little bit of stamina to spend, not a whole lot. Let's throw that at Forgotten Palace over here. Stage 18, unfortunately. Max this out. Started, it's only 2. It's not going to take too long. And then come over to the arena, where we can refresh, probably. I can try this Verdulum from Dominican Republic over here with 407,992 BP. They're probably going to beat me, actually. Like, looking at who they have here, it looks real bad for me, to be honest. But I don't mind. I got beaten by Elendar a little bit ago, and Elendar had even less BP. But you'll notice that Valara, I think that's her name, the chick with the headdress, appears in both lineups, but Verdulum is doing much better because she has Nizah, Sun Wukong, I think it's Elwyn, and also this is, I think this is like Ingrid or something. In fact, there's no sense in me fighting this person. Let's just refresh. Alright, we have here, possibly, this is terrible. This individual here from Belarus, who has 377,996 BP. Again, is probably still going to kill me, believe it or not. Because I'm seeing Ingrid and Ajax and Sun Wukong, and that just doesn't look great, but we're going to try it. I do have to come and work on this lineup here sometime. Not tonight. We got that round, by gosh. They've thrown out Sun Wukong over here who has splitting hairs. Deals 100% damage 18 times to one enemy and inflicts stun. And he also has these lovely little clones out here. We did beat this one. That's phenomenal. Right? So that was our I don't know what his name is. He's from Belarus. But I can't read those letters, friends. So Sun Wukong did the most damage on his team with 1,576,660. Xena did I'm saying the most, it's the only damage, all right? So he did that, and Xena did 1,665,130. For that, we got 3 arena coins, 8 Duel of Champions points, and 8,000 XP potions. I'll take it. Alright, background fight complete, so we'll collect these. We got 9,240 coins, 1,500 XP potions, a couple of pieces of gear, 40 Forgotten Points trophies, and 40 Brave Conquest points for that. Very nice. I'll take it. And then I think I am going to have to call it a night, guys. So I'm going to hopefully I'll be in tomorrow. I'm not gonna make any promises on that because I may be busy. We'll see. Hopefully I will, and we'll be able to see you then. So if you're not following me, then be sure to turn on notifications after you do follow me. And that way, we can hang out some more and hopefully get some more of that Dracula's castle knocked out tomorrow at the earliest. But at any rate, I'm going to try to get some sleep, and I hope everybody had fun. Have a good night, everybody.